Okay, quick question. How much can a small detail really change your entire look? More than you think. Because sometimes it's not the outfit, not the makeup. It's the nails. That one detail that quietly pulls everything together. In this video, you're about to see nail designs that do exactly that. Not just pretty, not just trendy, but designs that actually complete your style. From the very first look, you'll notice something different. These designs don't feel random. They feel intentional. Every color choice, every line, every finish, it all has a purpose. Some designs keep things simple. Clean shapes, soft shades, and a smooth finish that feels modern and effortless. These are the looks that work anywhere. Day or night, casual or dressed up, they just fit. Then, just when you get comfortable with that vibe, everything changes. Brighter colors, sharper contrast, more attitude. These designs don't blend in. They stand out. And sometimes that's exactly what you want. That moment where your style says, "Yeah, I meant to do that." As you keep watching, pay attention to the transitions. How one design flows into the next. How the mood shifts without feeling forced. That's what keeps it interesting. Because you're not stuck in one style. You're moving through different vibes. Minimal, bold, clean. Detailed, all in one place. And somewhere in between all of that, you're going to find something that clicks. Something that feels like your style. Take a closer look at how each design is created. It starts simple. A base layer, a clean surface. And then slowly, detail by detail, it transforms. Lines are added. Colors are layered. Shapes come together. Until suddenly, it's not just a nail anymore. It's a complete look. That transformation? That's the satisfying part. Because it shows you how something small can turn into something impactful. And the best part is, you don't have to stick to one style. You can switch it up anytime. Keep it minimal one week. Go bold the next. Or mix both and create something completely your own. That's what makes nail art so powerful today. It's flexible. It's creative. And it adapts to you. So don't just watch these designs. Think about them. Which ones would you try? Which ones match your vibe right now? Because one of these designs is going to feel like it was made for you. So keep watching. It only gets better from here. Now this is where things start to get interesting. Because by now, you're not just watching, you're comparing. You're noticing what stands out. What feels different. What actually catches your attention. Some designs hit instantly. Bold colors, sharp contrasts, and patterns that don't wait to be noticed. They show up strong, and they stay in your mind. Then there are designs that work differently. They don't rush. Soft tones, smooth finishes, and details that reveal themselves slowly. At first glance, they feel simple. But the longer you look, the more you see. And suddenly, they feel just as powerful. That's the difference between loud and smart design. One grabs attention fast. The other holds it longer. And the best part? You don't have to choose one over the other. You can move between both. Because your style isn't fixed. It changes depending on your mood, your outfit, your energy. Look closely at how each design is built. There's a system behind it. It starts clean, then builds layer by layer. A base, then detail, then refinement. Nothing is rushed. Even the boldest designs follow structure. That's what keeps them looking polished instead of messy. And the simpler ones? They rely even more on precision. Because when there's less detail, every detail matters more. A single line slightly off, a color slightly too strong, and the whole look changes. That's why balance is everything. Some designs use contrast to create impact. Light against dark, soft against bold. Others use harmony, colors that blend, shapes that flow, creating a look that feels smooth and complete. And as you watch, you might start noticing your own taste more clearly. Maybe you're drawn to minimal styles, clean, neat, and easy to wear. Or maybe you prefer bold designs, something that stands out the moment you walk in. Or maybe you're somewhere in the middle, a mix of both, simple but with a twist. And that's where things get interesting. Because the best designs often come from mixing ideas, taking something minimal, and adding just one bold detail, or starting bold and balancing it with something clean. That's how you create something unique, something that doesn't feel copied, something that feels like your own style. So as you keep watching, don't just decide what you like. Start thinking about what you would change, what you would keep, what you would adjust. Because that's where creativity begins. Not in copying, but in creating your own version of it. And trust me, the next part might just give you that final idea you've been looking for. And just like that, you've seen them all. But here's the thing, you didn't watch this by accident. Something here caught your attention. Maybe it was a bold design that stood out instantly. Maybe it was a simple one that felt clean and effortless. Or maybe it was that one design you didn't expect to like, but now you can't stop thinking about it. That's how great style works. It surprises you. It shifts your perspective. It makes you something familiar in a completely new way. Every design you've seen started from the same place. A blank nail. No color. No detail. Just a simple beginning. And then, step by step, it transformed. Layer by layer. Detail by detail. Until it became something that feels complete. That process? That's where the magic is. Because it shows you something important. Small changes can create big impact. And that applies to your style too. You don't need to change everything. Sometimes just one detail is enough. One design. One idea. One choice. That makes everything feel different. So now the question is simple. What's your choice? Which design felt right to you? Not just because it looks good, but because it feels like something you would actually wear. Because that's what matters. Not trends. Not opinions. Just what feels right to you. And once you find that, that's your style. Something that doesn't need explanation. Something that speaks for itself. So don't overthink it. Go with what you like. Try something new. Mix ideas. And most importantly, make it yours. Because the best designs aren't followed, they're created. And now, before you scroll away, take one last look. Because one of these designs is already your next favorite.
One design, one choice. Which one is yours?